Hey everybody, it's a rainy Saturday here in Virginia, and so today's project is something that I can do inside. I'm going to work on installing all the blocking that goes on top of the top plate between the rafters. Purpose of blocking is to a couple of different things. It makes the roof stronger. It also will straighten out any twisted rafters. And square them all up by when you wedge the block in between the rafters. And it also provides a nailing surface for the wall sheeting that will go on the outside of the walls and will go up and across the top of the space between the rafters. So this is a little bit of a different situation because we are building a vented roof that has open soffits, meaning the soffits aren't boxed in. If you stand on the outside of the house and look up at the overhangs, you'll see the rafter tails and you'll see the underside of the roof decking. And so the traditional way of venting that, really they weren't normally vented back when that style of building was typical. But when that's done today, usually what people do is they cut a couple of big holes in the face of the blocking and then put those circular vents in there. And I think that probably does an okay job, but a couple of issues with that. One is we're going to have a ventilation shaft at the top of the roof underneath the sheathing. It's going to be about 1.5 inches. So we want the vents to be up high on the blocking. Also don't really want them visible because we're doing a traditional old-fashioned style of finishing the roof, and we don't really want to have modern vents showing. So I found this product called Raft-A-Vent, great name, and it's made by Corvent, and I got it at a place called ABC Supply. I think their website is ABC Catalog. abccatalog.com is where I got these, and this is a strip vent, and it is made to go between rafters that are 24 inches on center. You can cut it down a little bit to match what you've got, and it's got ventilation. It provides a full 23 or so inches of ventilation between the rafters, 1 inch by 23 inches. So it's got a lot of provides for a lot of airflow. And when venting a roof, you really want to have a lot of ventilation at the bottom so that you get a good flow going up to the ridge. So what we're doing is we're cutting our blocking to match the pitch of the roof. We've got a bunch of leftover 2x10 scraps from where we cut the rafters to size. So I am running those through the table saw and cutting them to the right width and cutting them to the pitch of the roof, which is about 35 degrees. And then we're cutting them about 1 inch short, so we'll have an inch gap for the vents. And then I'm screwing the vents onto the top of the blocking, like so. And this will go in between the rafters, and the top of the vent will be flush with the roof sheathing when the roof sheathing goes on between the rafters. So this is basically what it will look like from the outside, and since that vent will have an 18-inch overhang going down on top of it, you won't really see the vent from the front of the house. All you'll see is the trim that's going to go on top of that blocking. So as we get more into the roofing project and actually install the roof, the ridge vent, and the rigid insulation that's going to form the airspace that provides the ventilation from the soffit up to the ridge. We'll get into more detail on how this works. We'll see you next time.